Hello and welcome to lesson 1, level A2 with Perfectly Spoken. My name is Natalie and I'm very, very happy to be your teacher. Okay, so I hope you have your notebook and a pen. It's very important. Okay, and let's get started. Okay, so in this class today, we look at personal questions, asking personal questions and giving information. We look at vocabulary related to where you live, so giving information, extra information. We look at have and have got. What's the difference? Okay, and we look at pronunciation, particularly spelling. Okay, very, very important, especially if you have to talk on the phone and spell your surname or your first name. Okay. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, so first of all, answer these questions. You can write the answers, say the answers, or think the answers. Okay, so what's your name? Where are you from? And where are you listening from? So where are you now when you're watching this video? Okay, some example answers. I'm Natalie, or my name's Natalie. Okay, both are correct. Notice we use the contractions. Okay, so I'm Natalie, or I am Natalie. My name's Natalie, or my name is Natalie. Okay, and where are you from? I'm from London in England. Okay, so where are you from? Where are you from? And where are you listening from? So where are you studying English? Where are you? So for example, I'm listening from Barcelona in Spain. So fantastic. Okay, so now for this section, I'm going to explain some information. Okay, so you just listen to this, listen and relax. Okay, so just listen and relax, right? Okay, so my name's Natalie. I was born in London. My family live in London. My mother, my father, my brother, all my family live in London. But I don't live in London. I live in Barcelona in Spain, a fantastic city. And I am a teacher, of course. I teach English. And I really, really like my job because you can meet some fantastic people, and I like languages. I really like language. I think it's really interesting. Okay, and in my free time, I don't have very much free time. I work a lot and I have children, which means I don't have free time. But when I have free time, I like going to restaurants. I like the theatre. So Barcelona is a fantastic city for me because it has a lot of restaurants and a lot of theatres. It's fantastic. Okay, So now, here are some questions. Do you know the answers? So where was Natalie born? Where does she live? What does she do? Does she like her job? And what does she do in her free time? Okay, so the answers. Where was Natalie born? Yes, she was born in London. Where does she live? She doesn't live in London. She lives in Barcelona. Yes. And what does she do? What does she do? This is an interesting question because it's related to your job, your work, your employment. So what does she do? Yes, I'm a teacher, so she's a teacher. In my case, I'm a teacher. Okay, and does she like her job? Does she like her job? Yes or no? Yes, I like my job. Yes, so she likes her job. Yes, she does. She does. And what does she do in her free time? That's right. I don't have much free time, but Natalie likes going to the theatre or going to restaurants. I love food. It's delicious. Okay. Very good. So there are the questions. Make sure when you do the questions, you need to focus on the pronunciation. Okay. So I'm just going to read the questions again and listen. Listen carefully to the pronunciation. Okay. So, where was Natalie born? Where was Natalie born? Where was Natalie born? Do you hear that the where was Natalie born? Where was Natalie born? Where and born were very important words. Okay, now listen to number 2. Where does she live? Not where does she live? No. Where does she live? Where does she live? Where does she live? Yeah, do you notice the pronunciation? The auxiliary verb is very quiet. So it's where does she live? And number 3, what does she do? What does she do? It's quite difficult, eh? What does she do? The does and the she almost go together. What does she do? Does she like her job? Does she like her job? Does she like her job? And what does she do in her free time? What does she do in her free time? What does she do? What does she do? Notice it's the same as question 3. So it's very useful, this question, because you can say, what does she do? Her job. Or what does she do in her free time? So, for example, what does she do on Mondays? What does she do at the weekend? What does she do on Wednesdays? What does she do in the mornings? What does she do in her free time? Okay, so very useful question. All right. Now, here, can you remember the words that go in the gaps? Have a look. Okay, so what was the question? It was, where were you born? And number 2, where do you live? And number 3, what do you do? And number 4, do you like your job or your studies? And number 5, what do you do in your free time? Okay, so very good. Now we are going to continue. So, I've talked about me. What about you? What about you? Now, you can pause the video and explain some personal information about yourself. It's very good, very necessary to practice, 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 practice. It's very, 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 very important. Okay, so have a look at these sentences and they will give you some information about how you can use this language. Okay, so have a look. So for example, I was born in, I live in, I'm a student, or I work as an engineer. Do you like your job? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And free time activities. Okay, so I play football, I see my friends, I learn English. Okay, so lots of information there. All right, so we've talked about general information. Now we're going to look at specific vocabulary for talking about places. So this vocabulary will help you expand the information that you give. Okay, so let's have a look. All right, so we've got vocabulary places describing where you live. Right. So what's this? And this? And this? Okay, which one is a village? A village, notice the pronunciation. Which one is a village? Okay, yes, and the one that's a village is the one in the bottom left corner. Yeah, the small place. This, in fact, is a village in Jordan, so it's quite a small place. All right, and which one is a town? Notice the pronunciation. Town. Tone, no, town. Okay, which one is a town? Yes, it's the picture on the top right. Okay, so this is a town. In fact, this is a town in South England called Guildford. Yes, it's in just south of London. It's a very beautiful town. You can see lots of houses and there's a church, big church. It's very, very nice. And of course, the last one is a city. Yes, that's my city, Barcelona. So you have a village, that's small, a town, and then a city. A city is the big one. So where do you live? Do you live in a village? Do you live in a town? Or do you live in a city? Okay. And here is some vocabulary related to places. So related to places where people live. Okay, so wow, look at these fantastic places here. So we've got the first one, yes, it's a house. A house with a swimming pool. Wow. I mean, it's not my house. I don't live in a house, no. And the second picture, what is this? This is a house. In fact, it's a typical house that you find in an English village, in a small village. And it's a country house or a cottage. Notice the pronunciation, cottage, cottage, like village. You write it with A, but you pronounce with I. Why, I don't know, but you just have to remember it's village, cottage, okay? And the next picture, what is it? Well, here you can say an apartment. In fact, it's an apartment building, and in an apartment building, you live in a flat or an apartment. In British English, we use the word flat a lot, but I know in American English, they say apartment. And in the next picture, the last picture, we have a building with lots and lots of floors. I think in this picture there are about 13 or 14 floors. I don't know. So a lot of floors. So we call this building, we call this a block of flats. So it's a block of flats, and in the block of flats it has a lot of different flats or apartments, and it has a lot of floors. Okay, all right, so let's see what else. Okay, so now in this section I'm going to say some information about me. So just listen and read, and then afterwards pause the video and say the same thing about yourself. Okay, you can write a text or write down a text and then read it, or you can just say it, depends. Okay, so just read and relax. Okay, so hello, my name's Natalie. I'm from London in the UK, but I don't live in the UK. I live in Barcelona, a beautiful city in Spain. I live in the centre of Barcelona in a flat. My building has 5 floors, and I live on the 3rd floor. I like Barcelona because it's an interesting city. Okay. I hope you found that useful. Remember, you can listen again and again and again and again and again. It's very good. Listening is good to help you improve. Listening and pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation is very, very important. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, as I said before at the beginning of the lesson, we're going to look at has and has got, or have and have got. What's the difference? All right, so here we've got have versus have got. My building has 5 floors, or my building has got 5 floors. I have got a dictionary, or I have a dictionary. What's the difference? Well, the secret is that there is no difference when we're talking about possession. Okay, so has 5 floors or has got 5 floors, it means the same. Basically, the main difference is that in British English we use have got more, and in American English they use have more. But really, the meaning is the same. However, there are differences in the grammar. There are differences in the grammar. Okay, so now we're going to look at some of these differences. Okay, so grammar. First, we look at have. My building has 5 floors. With have, you don't contract have or has. Okay, so you can't say I've a dictionary. You can't contract it. You have to say I have a dictionary. Okay, you use do or does for questions. So for example, Do you have a dictionary? Does he have a dictionary? You use don't or doesn't for negative, so you have to use an auxiliary verb, again, for questions and for negative. And short answers are with an auxiliary verb. Okay, all right, so those are the rules of the grammar. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so for example, he has a car, as I said. You can't contract. He's a car, no. For questions, you have to use the auxiliary verb. Does he have a car? Do you have a car? Number 3, to make a negative, you use an auxiliary verb. He doesn't have a car. You don't have a car. And number 4, the short answers. For the short answers, you use the auxiliary verb again. Okay, do you have a car? Yes, I do. No, I don't. All right, yes, I have. No. Okay, so we've looked at the grammar of have or has. Now let's look at the grammar of have, got, has, got. Okay, ready? All right. For example, my building has got 5 floors. Right, so you can contract have or has. Okay, you can contract it. And to make a question, you have is considered an auxiliary verb. So you don't need to add an auxiliary verb. You just invert the subject and the auxiliary verb for questions. Okay? And to make a negative, it's easy. You add not after have or has for negative. Okay? When we see the example, it will be clear. Okay, and the short answers are with an auxiliary verb. Have or has. You don't need to add another auxiliary verb. Okay, so let's look at some examples. He has got a car, he's got a car. So you can contract. Questions, you just invert. Has he got a car? Have you got a car? Have you got a car? I haven't. But I've got a bicycle. A fantastic bicycle. Okay. Number 3, he hasn't got a car. I haven't got a car. So to make negative, just add not and you can contract. Okay. He hasn't got a car. I haven't got a car. And number 4, have you got a car? Short answer, yes, I have. No, I haven't. So again, you don't say yes, I do, no, I don't, no. You use the auxiliary verb have. Okay, have you got a car? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Okay. Now, I know maybe that is a lot of information, but really don't worry. Just practice and just notice the language when you hear it. Don't worry too much. It's just information to help you notice. Okay? All right. So now we're going to go on to some spelling. Okay, spelling. All right, let's have a look. So I am going to just spell some words. They're all names of places, and just listen to me spelling. That's all. So just listen, okay? So the first one, one moment. Sorry, wrong screen, bye. Okay, all right. First one, Manchester, very nice city in the north of England, and the spelling is M-A-N-C-H-E-S-T-E-R. M-A-N-C-H-E-S-T-E-R. Okay, M-A-N-C-H-E-S-T-E-R. Okay, next one. Oh, London, a very nice city in England. It's the capital. It's fantastic. Very expensive. Okay, so that's L-O-N-D-O-N. Notice the pronunciation. L-O-N-D-O-N. Okay. Another fantastic city in Egypt. Yes, it has an amazing museum. Amazing. Okay, and it's C-A-I-R-O. 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 Okay. And the next one, oh, another fantastic city. Very, very good for shopping and fast cars. Okay, so it's Dubai. D-U-B-A-I. D-U-B-A-I. Okay, and the next one, this is a city in Spain, in the north, and it has a very, very famous art gallery, the Guggenheim. So I recommend it. Okay, and how do you spell it? It's B-I-L-B-A-O. B-I-L-B-A-O. And, oh, another fantastic city. This is a very big city in Brazil. Yes, with a very, very famous carnival. Okay, so this is Rio. R-I-O. R-I-O. Notice my mouth. R-I-O. R-I-O. Okay. Huh. And this one. Do you know this place? This place is in Poland. And it's a village or a town. I'm not sure, but it's in the south of Poland near the mountains. It's very beautiful, and yeah, it's nice. I recommend it. Okay, and it's pronounced Zakopane, Zakopane, and the spelling is Z or Z. You can say Z or Z. Z or Z, the same, doesn't matter. So Z or Z, A-K-O-P-A-N-E. Z-A-K-O-P-A-N-E. All right. Now, okay, now is the difficult bit. Now, you have to have your notebook and a pen. Okay, very, very important. And I am going to dictate some places, and you have to write them down. Okay? All right, so let's have a look. Your turn. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe you saw that. Okay, so I will dictate the city or the place, and you write it down. The first one is easy because you saw it. Okay, so it's M-A-D-R-I-D. M-A-D-R-I-D. The next one, Are you ready? Cahuita. Shall I repeat? Yes? Okay. Cahuita. Okay, the next one. Are you ready? Okay. OMSK. Just 4 letters. OMSK. OMSK. Okay. Next one. Are you ready? RECIFE. 6 letters. RECIFE. Okay, the next one. WARSAW. WARSAW. And the next one. KOBLENZ. KOBLENZ. Okay, and the next one. BRIGHTON. I repeat. BRIGHTON. And the next one, okay, it's 2 words. Okay, 2 words. First word, NEW. NEW. Second word, I'm sure you know, it's YORK. YORK. Okay, and the next one, LYON. Just 4 letters. LYON. Okay. Whew. The last one. Okay. CROYDON. CROYDON. Okay, now let's have a look. Okay, so we had MADRID, Madrid. This is the capital of Spain. Very interesting city. Okay. Then we had Cahuita. 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 And yes, this is a village in Costa Rica on the Caribbean. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, it's a small village, right? And next one, Omsk. Omsk, OMSK. This is a city in Russia. And RECIFE, Recife. This is a city in the north of Brazil. And this one, Warsaw. Warsaw in English. It's the capital of Poland. Okay, WARSAW. And this one, this is a town in Germany. It's very, very nice, very pretty, very clean. It has two rivers that meet. It's nice. Okay, and it's called Koblenz. Okay, Koblenz. Okay, and Brighton. Just the pronunciation. Brighton? No. Brighton. Okay, Brighton. This is a town in the south of England on the coast. Okay. And of course, dun, 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 dun. New York, New York. Fantastic city, very exciting. And then we have Lyon. Lyon is it a town or is it a city, Lyon? I don't know. I think it's probably a city, but maybe it's a town, and it's in France. Okay, and the last one is Croydon. This is actually an area of London. It's a town, but part of London, and it's okay. Croydon, Croydon. Okay. So, how did you do? I hope you got 10 out of 10. All right. Okay. So now, that is the end of the first class. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And please come along to class 2, lesson 2, with Perfectly Spoken. This is for the A2 level. My name is Natalie, and here is a reminder of what we did in the class. Personal questions and giving personal information, vocabulary related to where you live, for example, town, village, city, flat, house, apartment. We also looked at have got, what's the difference, and we looked at spelling or pronunciation of the letters. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I will see you in lesson 2. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye. See you soon.